What's up, FrSky people? I wanted to do a quick video on setting up your FrSky Tyrannus QX7 with the OMP Hobby M2 heli. No real instructions, and no one's really listed too much on how to do this. So I struggled just a little bit, but now that I have it figured out, I thought I'd share. You're going to go to the SBUS plug. They sell that at OMP Hobby, that little connector. Solder it in, make sure it's your receiver's outputting SBUS. Bind it to your radio like you normally would. Set up a new model. Don't need to set it up as a heli, just normal plane is fine. Heli setup here you can ignore. Flight modes I ignored for this setup. Inputs, I have my dual rate set on my input page at 50%. You can still shred totally. You can do a bunch of 3D with that. I think that's a great place to start. It feels nice and stable. Mixer, we'll come back to it. I want to show outputs. This is the main issue when you first set this up, is that the default Tyrannus outputs are wrong for the M2. You got to remap them as aileron, elevator, throttle, rudder, gyro, pitch. To do that, you do it in the mixer window. Just go over and switch the input from throttle to aileron by selecting long press, edit, scroll down here, source, it's blinking, and then you just move the source stick you want. So in this case we'd move it to from throttle to aileron as it is right there. And I did the same for channel 2, moving it to elevator. Channel 3 I moved it to throttle. Then I set a custom curve, and that's where you can get your throttle curve going, so that when you go to negative collective pitch you don't kill the motor as well. To do that, long press, edit. Sorry, it goes out of focus there, guys. Source remains throttle, but I want to go down to my custom, or at least the curve, set it to custom. Long press on a new curve. I named it low, and in this case I made it so that you can see 0.1 is 10% or 60% throttle. That's going to be at max pitch, 12 degrees pitch. It's going to be put down 60% throttle, and then at center stick where the pitch is 0, it's putting out minus 25, but I'd still call that around 40 or something. Anyway, I flew 3D on this, but also in hover it just feels really nice, and at that lower dual rate it's still responsive, but it's softer. So I think that's a great place to start. To enable this, you got to make sure to, I put it on a switch, so that if the switch is in this position, SC is up, I then add the multiplex is replaced. So it tells the radio that if the switch is in that position, ignore a linear relationship here and assign this stick this curve that we made. And now you've got your custom V curve, so that if you go inverted you still have full throttle. So that's probably just a reminder on how to do that in the radio. You're going to do that same thing for gyro, channel 5, make a custom curve so that when you hit a switch, in my case that's SB, that's 3D mode, that's stabilized mode. And as far as I know, those are the only two modes you have, and you can't really alter the gain either. Gotta love the simplicity. Don't forget channel 6 is pitch. On FrSky at 80% dual rate, that's 12 degrees. And since they're all set up with the same servos, that should give you 12 degrees if you don't have a pitch gauge. Alright, I hope that helps. Don't forget to you got to set up a throttle kill, and that's going to be, I think, let me see what page. You're going to go all the way to special functions, and it's one of the first options. Just pick a switch, select the overwrite, and make sure to switch it to channel 3, because that's our new channel mapping. That's throttle, and it's set to 100. Check the box. And that way when you hit that, you can cut the power if you crash, but of course more importantly it helps you to arm the ESC, because the ESC has to see 0. With your new custom curve you won't be able to see 0 anymore on the radio. And also if you crash you can flip the switch. Alright, I think that's it, and I guess you could post up questions if you have them, but hopefully that gets you started, and otherwise it's really simple and this thing flies awesome. Sweet.